Jason's been doing a fabulous job volunteering at the swim meets.
Yeah, you fucked me, by the way. Yeah, Matt, listen to this.
Okay.
I did not.
Hello and welcome to The Great Beyond, an Is This Good companion pod where I catch up with my friend and yours, Jason Doyle.
Well, hello.
Oh, Jesus.
Gotta keep it fun, gotta keep it fresh, gotta keep them guessing, right?
Right, exactly. I love it.
When you do the same intro, I don't know, half the time I'm thinking, oh, it's a good idea to do the same intro, gets people sort of, oh, the show has started, It's nice to feel sort of in the safe embrace of routine.
Yes.
But on the other hand, why can't I just start the show and go,
You 100% can. It's your show.
I can.
Absolutely.
No one's stopping me. I could just, the mics, turn on, because we don't even hear the theme music. You put that in after.
That's right.
So it's literally just me cold talking.
That's right.
Which isn't great, because I don't feel the energy.
You want to feel pumped up, the energy.
Right.
Music.
So
Yeah,
I
of
could
course.
just come on and be like... I don't know why I would do that.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
don't
just
know why you would
noises
do
that came into my head.
Yeah. A little too melodic for my taste because it could interfere with the music if it was still playing. But
Okay,
if you
great,
choose
great,
to
great,
do
great.
that, we would work around it. It's fine.
Okay.
It's totally fine.
So let's just say the music is fading out, and I come on and I go, "What's up, fuck buddies, my fuck friends, my fucketeers, you fucking cocksucking fucks, you pieces of shit that still live at home with your parents, and you fucking deadbeat dads, and your fucking shitty moms.
Does Marin
Welcome
still do
to
that?
the Great Beyond." Yeah, he does.
Does he?
It's he doesn't overdo it that much.
Right.
I've strayed a bit from Marin. I come back every once in a while. It's nice. It's nice to have a friend, and he does the same thing every show.
Right.
So, I guess I'll just stick to that. All right, cut all that out. And producing the show, her husband and I are turning into the same person. So I guess you could say she's married to me too, Rachel Doyle.
I always wanted 2, 3, or more husbands.
I'm in my Challengers era. Oh, God. Can't get enough of people saying that. Do you know why I'm saying that, Rachel? Of course you don't, because it's in my head. I can't expect you to know.
Someday I'll understand you.
We released an episode with Trey Kirby on Monday.
Yeah.
A great episode. Go back and listen to it. Don't know why you wouldn't. Super fun as always with Trey. So here's how the recording schedule worked. JD finished recording No Dunks at, I guess, what time would it have been? Basically like 9 a.m. my time.
Yeah.
And then we were recording right after
Yes.
with Trey, because Trey didn't obviously want to stick around. So, he did want to stick around to record the show, but not more than he had to. So we record right after. Why am I telling you that? Because I had not heard No Dunks that day.
Right.
Almost always hear it, had not heard it. And I wrote a subjective trivia question that was basically like, what summer blockbuster am I most excited to see in theaters? Or would I be most likely to see in theaters? So we do the show, we get to that, and they kind of allude to like, oh, Twisters, which was one of the options, that came up on our show. And I just thought it had come up just organically or something. Then hours later, I listened to No Dunks. JD, during Rapid Fire, wrote the questions, and he literally wrote the exact same question.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And they had the exact same conversation. And then I was listening going, oh my God, because that episode came out Friday and our episode doesn't come out until Monday, everyone that's going to listen to ours is going to be like, oh, he listened to No Dunks and then
Right.
Copycat.
he just copied it other. But you know what? That's fine. For all the times that JD steals material from this show, puts it in No Dunks, and never credits it, never says where it came from. We're supposed to be growing the audience.
Your minds have melded, that's all.
I don't know
Yeah.
what show I'm on at any time, really.
If you're talking more, if you say more than hello, you're on this show.
Not
How's that?
always, but yeah, you're right. I mean,
No. Okay, fair. You're alluding to the fact on the Is This Good Monday show, sometimes you only do say hello.
that is also true. Yes.
Yeah, but if
Absolutely.
you're talking, you're on the Great Beyond. If you're hearing Rachel, you're on the Great Beyond.
Yeah, that's true too.
I'm
You're hearing
always
Rachel, my wife.
Our wife.
right.
Now, speaking of summer blockbusters, depending how this goes and how much time we have, I'm going to pitch ahead. I might be talking about The Fall Guy. at the end. And I'll tell you why. Not in a spoiler sense.
Okay.
Just I'm going to give you a little review of it, because this whole idea of where all these ideas came from was talking about how, oh no, the summer movie schedule has like crashed it in on itself, and Fall Guy came out and it was so good and it's got a high Rotten Tomato score, and we've got Gosling off the $1 billion Barbie and Blunt, and they have amazing chemistry, and it's got action, and this didn't work, oh no, and then Furiosa came out and they're like, this didn't work, wow, now we're fucked. I mean, in the meantime, Garfield worked, but
Oh, okay.
Did it?
and it might be better than a movie that I saw, which is The Fall Guy. But anyways,
Wow.
so anyways, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't think we need to be that worried, because it's not good. If it was great, and then I would be confused. And I was confused, and that's why I said, Jill, can we watch Fall Guy? Jill, can we watch Fall Guy? Jill, and she kept saying no. It's 2.5 hours. It's never the right time.
Right. Yes.
To start the Fall Guy, or to have a serious conversation about whose Christmas you'll be going to. It's never the right time.
Never the right time. So wait, is it free now somewhere, or is it? Did you pay for it?
I've told you this before. I have. My young cousin has set me up with a service.
Right.
You're a young
Sometimes the young boys. He's
Young boys.
Hey, honestly, he's a doctor. Actually, he's just the youngest in our family, but he is a doctor. He set me up with something.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So sometimes I can get newer movies through that. But I still do. I mean, I subscribe to every fucking streaming service. I'll rent a movie on like Apple Store for $4.99, $5.99.
Right. Yeah.
But buying it for like $19.99 or $29.99, that's a tall order. And as we've discussed on the show, I don't rewatch movies.
Right.
So
yeah.
I'm getting no added benefit.
Right.
There. Did anything good or not good happen to you this week, JD?
Did anything good or not good? Nothing really good or not good happened to me, but my son made a soccer team he was trying out for, so I was very happy about that.
Club soccer.
Can I ask you a question before you even get started here?
Yeah.
Did they have to do a thing? I'm noticing this now where they make them sign a contract. Like, it's not a real contract. Have you seen these pictures where it's like the dad and the mom and the kid and the coach of the team, and it's as if it's like Victor Wembanyama is getting signed, signing his first NBA contract, and he's there with Pop and Buf, and I guess it's just like probably just says like, I promise to respect the team and show up and give it my all, and then you sign your name.
That's probably for like signing for a college team, not a club soccer.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing it with kids.
So it's like
I honestly
little
feel
league.
like, to give you a specific example, and this is not the only one I've seen. I think your friend Esh just posted one.
Did he? Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
have
gonna
ask
try to
him
find
about
it
that.
now. Yeah.
So his son just signed a 10-day with
Yeah, with the Pee-wee, Tigers or whatever they're called.
his son, I think, is very good at soccer.
I saw some clips. He looks awesome.
He's legit.
But he's not getting paid. There's no reason to sign a contract.
Someday.
It's just to get the cool picture, right?
I would think yes.
I mean-
yes. When Jackson made this team, it was, congratulations, you've made the team. Here's a bill for $1,300.
Oh my God. Sign up patreon.com/isThisGood.
Please, goddamn. Yeah. And then, oh, by the way, here's a camp that he should probably go to since he's going to be on the team. I don't even know how much that is.
Don't sour this
I'm
shit.
not souring it. I'm not happy for him.
Damn.
He worked incredibly hard for it. Yeah.
Yes.
So it was good. It was a good pop, and it was a great send off because he left for France today on his school trip.
Oh, all grown up.
All grown up, and I hate to bring it up.
Oh God.
I loathe to bring this up because it's one of my things. It's one of my jams. But the carry-on travel hack is
your ears are in for it, folks.
officially over. This whole thing where everybody's like, "Hey, I got a travel secret for you. Don't check your bag. Don't do it.
Who's calling that a hack?
Fucking
Who's calling that a hack at this
Everybody. So I'm no shade to the organizers of this trip, but this is an 8-day trip to France, right?
Yeah.
They're going to Europe. 8
Gotta
days.
look our best.
8 days. Gotta look our best. You're gonna be in Paris, this fashion capital of the world. Okay. You should have seen the list, just the suggested travel stuff of what they should bring, what they should pack in their bags. Okay. Anyways.
What was the last time you complained about this? Because you were complaining about the very same thing about a travel list. Who was that? Not this trip?
It was not this trip. This was a New York trip, which, to be fair to that trip, that was 3 days. This is 8 days in Europe.
Okay.
But whatever. The leader of the group was like, we are not checking bags. Pack light.
Oh my God.
Wash your underwear. Wash your socks. Bring a little clothesline. Hang the shit up. And I'm totally for that. I'm fine with that stuff. But the reality of modern travel. Okay. And so they're like, all right, fine. So a lot of consternation packing the bags. As soon as they got to the fucking airport, Air Canada is saying, everybody's checking a bag. So they have these tiny little...
The flight is full. Everyone's checking their bags.
Because it's always the case.
In the summer.
It's always the
Going to
case.
Europe.
You'll see this bag when you get to France. They're stopping in Montreal. Will these bags get to France? I don't know. But it doesn't fucking matter.
No, it's good. It's good. They speak French in Montreal, so they'll be able to read the tag.
Okay, but we are talking about Air Canada.
Air Canada.
Yes.
Oh, that sounded so good.
Yes. Anyways, forget it, people. Just check the bag, because just plan to check your bag, because these kids, they could have taken just a slightly bigger bag and not have to worry about washing their t-shirts and socks and underwear in a fucking hotel room that they're stacked 4 on 4, right?
No.
Like
That
which is
isn't-
also fine. That part of it's fine. That's fine.
But did you coach him through as if he would be like?
Yes.
Did he pack super light and you were like, here's some detergent?
Well, I tried to give him some detergent, and Rachel's like, nope, hand soap's good enough.
I said you got shampoo, you got soap. It's fine.
I'm like, one more bottle.
I actually, honestly, Rachel, I completely agree with you. As someone who washes their socks in the sink,
Thank
and it's very
you.
funny, JD, that you're saying you're all for that, because the abuse that I used to endure on our business trips for washing some socks in the sink,
Right.
You know what? Or
Our
in
business
Vegas.
trip. Hold on. You got abuse for that, because we were there for 14 days. You could have got your socks pressed and dry cleaned on the company dime.
Nah, that was later that they told us that we were allowed to use the laundry, and I don't even know if I would have been able to bring myself. You have to put them in the plastic bag that's in the closet and attach that piece of paper and check off one pair of socks, $14.
Yeah.
I mean,
I did it.
That
I
feels
did
evil.
it.
I
and
should
it felt great.
I should have expensed Turner $8 and just been like, I did them myself. I saved you $6.
You should have. But oh my God, I got my laundry done at the Cosmo, and yeah, it was. I think it was like $230.
Oh my God.
I know.
Thank you,
It is
thank you,
crazy.
Turner. And it was beautiful. It was like unwrapping new clothes. Every single item was just perfectly put together in this beautiful box with this paper. I felt like
That's
I
why
should
they
have
fired
unboxed
your
it.
ass. You spent all that money,
Oh, yeah, right.
on
Yeah.
socks.
In later years, I also would get my stuff laundered there, and they would actually just give me new clothes every time. So this guy's a small.
It's cheap.
We'll find some stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, the travel hack of carry on is done, because
It's not a hack. It's not a hack.
Everyone's onto it.
I'll tell you, anyone that calls it a hack is a hack. How about
I've
that?
like, people say to me, you're a fool, man. You're a fool for checking a bag. I'm like, okay. I'm going to bring as much shit as I want, as much liquid as I want, and I'm going to put it in my check bag and see ya wherever I go most of the time. Most of the time that works. I did lose my bag. And by the way, I did lose my bag when I went to Europe. It was gone. We landed in Amsterdam. I got it 8 days later in London. It was not good. But I will say, the airline did not lose my bag. Some doofus walked off with my bag thinking it was his.
Yeah.
Oh, really? And then they brought it back?
Yes, because they had to get their bag, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So
right,
thankfully they brought it back, but I did think it was gone forever. And it wasn't really the airline's fault. So
They needed the collateral.
Exactly. Thank
Exact
goodness.
same bag. We saw it rolling around there
Yeah.
like that's
Oh,
just
you got to
a
put
little
a cute
bit
little
different.
pink ribbon on your bag.
It's a North.
Everyone has the same black bag, JD.
No, this is a duffel bag. It wasn't a. I've never seen this.
A duffel bag? Oh,
Yeah.
can I give you a hack about traveling? Wheels.
There's wheels. On it.
Wheels.
There's wheels on it. There's wheels on it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to be one of these cool guys that has like the bag, the canvas burlap bag that you just
Yeah.
put over your shoulder.
Yeah. Well, I am a little bit of a hardcore that way, but these did have wheels on. It did have wheels on it. And it's a great travel bag. I love that bag. But anyways,
Okay.
somebody had the exact same taste who was on their way to Turkey, and they grabbed my bag in Amsterdam. And yeah, I thought I would never see it again, but I finally did. But anyways, all of this to say, please shut up about, especially tour groups, a school group, because if only one person has to check their bag, and
Everybody has to.
invariably, there's going to be one
Yeah.
person who has to check their bag. Everybody's got to wait for that one kid at the carousel anyways. So why are we going through this? It's dumb. It's just dumb.
So JD was crying at the airport about the check bags. Rachel, were you crying because you were
He
upset
didn't
seeing
go.
your son walk off to Europe without you?
No.
Oh, he didn't even go?
No, he didn't go.
He was like, Rachel, I'm going to be too upset about our son leaving. No, I just know they're going to end up checking this bag.
He's gonna lose it, and then he's gonna get kicked out and banned from the airport forever.
I was working. Sometimes I got to work.
No, it was very nice. It was very nice. He got a little too much turbulence though on the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
to
really?
Montreal.
Yeah, he's in Montreal right now.
Oh, on the way to Montreal.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. JD, it's June. Do you know what that means?
It's summertime?
Close. Second guess?
Mental Health Awareness Month ended last
No,
week?
see, that's a lie. You didn't. You're saying that because of the ad we're reading.
No, I did. I honestly thought that.
I just said this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp,
I know.
and you magically say it's Mental Health Month?
Well, I've got all my emails are about Mental Health Month. And
Okay, well, what I was going to say is you're not going to like it, but we're halfway through 2024. Remember we talked New Year's resolutions 6 months ago, and I said I was going to run a marathon, and I was excited, and I started training, and I picked a marathon, and I booked a hotel, and then I canceled that hotel because I'm not ready, and I'm old, and I need to train slower to prevent injury. So does that mean that the rest of the year is a write-off? Obviously not. That's where
Absolutely.
BetterHelp comes in. Therapy can help you take stock of your progress, make adjustments, and set achievable goals for the next 6 months. Have I used therapy? That's a bit of a personal question. Is what I would have said when I was younger. But now I know it's something that just about everyone does. So yes, the answer is yes, I have used therapy, and there's no question it improved my life. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Take a moment, visit betterhelp.com/isthisgoodtoday to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/isthisgood. A weird thing happened to me
Go on.
this week. Okay, so was at the mall.
That is weird.
That was weird.
Very weird for you.
The Glendale Galleria, which I've
Okay.
spoken about on the show.
Ah,
with, I think
yes.
this was Tyler Parker
Yep.
You like it?
from The Ringer. We talked about the Glendale Galleria. It was our preferred mall of
Yes.
choice. And I was there to return a pair of pants.
Oh boy.
And this is boring, but I'm going to tell you anyways, just because I'd like to get this little bit of anger out of me. I wasn't even going to talk about this. I bought a pair of jeans at Abercrombie. They were like a brownish wash to them, right?
Okay.
Take them home, wash them. The wash, and by the wash, I mean like the color, the dye. It all basically all falls off and fucks up. So now there's like these huge stains on this thing.
Oh.
And I'm like, is this me? Did I wash it wrong? But I go back and I say, hey, look at what these jeans look like now. I never even wore them. And they're like, oh, well, you can return them if you want. I'm like, yeah, but if I get another pair, will the same thing happen? They're like, no, we've never seen this before. I'm like, okay. Go get another pair. Take them home this time. I'm like, I'm not going to wash them with anything else because the dye also ran off and ruined other clothes that I had.
Okay. That's
Now,
not
if not Abercrombie, then certainly Fitch should be reimbursing me for the other clothes that I ruined, but whatever.
Yes.
I took the L on that one because I kind of thought, like, did I do it wrong? And so this time I was like, made sure cold water, put the jeans inside out. They came out fucking same way. So I had to go back to the stupid mall to return them. So they lied to me. I'm not getting a third pair. What's the point? All right. So we're walking through the mall and I see approaching me a mob of teens, like 60 to 80 teens, tweens and teens.
Okay.
And my first thought is this one of those flash mob robberies?
Are they still a thing?
They're a thing here in Los Angeles, so I don't know what's going on over there on the East Coast. But even specifically mall, I mean, I don't know what to call it a gang, but...
So they're not, when you say flash mob, it's not like they're doing a dance routine and robbing you. They're just swarming you.
Yeah, they're not cutting foot loose and then...
Yeah.
Cutting your foot loose. So I'm like, I do honestly tense up because at the mall, I'm already a little tense. And by the way, this was a Saturday afternoon. Oh boy, I knew that was a bad idea, but went anyways. It was the only time we had to go. So I'm already like a little nervous. Like I'm scared of teens. Fine, I'll say it. I'm scared of teens. I don't know. I don't know if once you have a teenager, if you stop being scared of teens, but I find them to be frightening, judgmental. And scary.
Right.
And so I see this mom approaching, and I grab Jill's arm, and I'm like, "What is this bad?" And they were like, they were
You're
chanting.
pushing her in front of you. You're bigger than me.
She is. Win the teens over with your charm. She's also younger than me, so she would, in theory, she's like, before you hurt us, we know what skibbity toilet is. So I'm like, what is this? And they're chanting something. And as they're getting closer, it's starting to get louder and louder. And I'm like, I'm like, we might have to pop into, I don't know, Ann Taylor Loft somewhere they'll never look.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you don't want to be in a like a sneaker store when the kids come by because they're going in there, or anywhere that sells Funkos. Anyway, so as they get closer, I see they're all sort of crowding around one person, and I'm like, who is that? And then I hear them going, Justin, 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 and I'm like looking, and there's a guy sort of flanked by two security guards.
Biebs?
And I'm like, Jill, that's Justin Bieber.
Wow.
And she's like, why would Justin Bieber be in the Glendale Galleria like 3 p.m. on a Saturday?
Well, he was listening to Is This Good and heard it was the mall to be at if you're in LA.
Yes, queen.
That's right. He was like, they have an Auntie-M's and Wetzel's, which they really do. They really do. Wow. It's amazing. I don't know how they pulled it off with the non-competes. You would think when Auntie Anne's, who's Auntie M? Is that from The Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
Yeah. And did they not name it after her? I guess not.
Oh.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Maybe.
You would think that when Auntie Anne signs a lease in a mall, they go, no Wetzel.
Yeah.
We're planting a flag.
Right. Yeah.
So, but
100%.
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess they didn't.
So
anyways, so they're walking right towards us. We're on the second level of the mall, and they're getting closer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jill, that's Justin Bieber. She's like, no, it's not Justin Bieber. And I'm like, I swear. And he gets closer. And I mean, spitting image, sunglasses and a hat.
Okay.
But now I'm getting suspicious because as they're screaming Justin and moving around the mall, more teens are like, what's this ruckus? And now they're like joining and joining and joining.
Yeah.
And now Jill's like, I think that is Justin Bieber.
Wow.
And now I'm like, no, it's past. I don't think it's Justin Bieber. And then I'm like, is it Justin Bieber? Now he's really close. Like, I was about to say me to you, but we're literally across the fucking country. But your face looks very close. How do they do that? Like you to Rachel, basically. You guys are what? 4 feet apart? 5 feet apart?
5 feet, yeah.
Anyway, they get that close, and I'm trying to keep my eye on Justin while trying not to be trampled by teens.
Right.
And my final analysis on this is I don't think it was Justin Bieber. I think it was a TikTok prank.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was just going to say. Everything's a fucking TikTok now.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
In public.
So I think the prank is what? They hire or they know a couple people that are bigger dudes that look like bodyguards. They put them in, all black. Mm-hmm. They got a guy that looks like Bieber. They put a hat and blah blah, and sunglasses, and maybe I don't know, a noticeable tattoo he has on his neck or something. I assume he does. And it's nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd.
Yep, exactly.
And they say, let's go confuse the old people at the mall.
And scare them too. Scare them.
Scare them by our mere presence. But anyways, so I was like, oh, well, surely, because everyone just had their phones out. Like, the whole thing was just phones out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just go on Instagram after and find it. And I could not, I mean, I don't know. I typed in Glendale Gallery, I typed Justin Bieber, but like, it's impossible to search on these sites, like by time or day or anything like that. And then second of all, wouldn't you know it, a lot of people post about Justin Bieber every day having to do with nothing about the Glendale Gallery.
Right.
So now I don't know, and I'm dying to see. So this is a plea. Because also then I thought, honestly, these are probably on TikTok and Snapchat, and I don't have either of those.
Right.
So if you see a video of a real or fake Justin Bieber at the Glendale Galleria, Saturday, I think it's like 2:33.
Okay.
You send it to me and let me know, because I want to see it happen. Now, I also secretly want to see it because I did, and I'm embarrassed to admit this, I pulled out my phone and I was about to take a picture.
Wow.
Because why wouldn't I want a picture of Justin Bieber if he was 5 feet away from me?
I guess.
Come on, just for the story, just for the show.
Just for the
Hey, I saw Justin
content.
Bieber.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
But I put it away at the last minute because I was like, is it him? No, it's
just not
I was like
that
an
guy.
angel and a devil on my shoulder.
Yeah.
That's Justin Bieber, you idiot. If anything, he'd be at the Americana or the Grove. Anyways, so I have no resolution to this. Sorry, it's a story with no end.
Well,
Someone will help you.
it's to be continued. I think you're
TBC.
gonna find it.
I really hope
Okay.
there's like a picture of you looking very disgruntled with a jeans bag in your hand.
Oh
as
hell
well.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and the jeans were loose at this point. I hadn't gotten to the store and I didn't put them in a bag. So I got jeans slung over my shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's how you're returning jeans.
That's how I'm returning the jeans.
It's just
even
not
in
in
the
the
bag.
original bag. That you
I
don't-
lost all respect for the Abercrombie and Fitch Corporation after this. They screwed me twice.
You're just wearing it like a cape in the gallery.
Put a leg around each, and a crotch in the back of your neck.
Yeah. If it got cold, I swipe it over like a scarf.
Speaking of pants,
Speaking of pants,
is this crazy? Tell me if you think this is crazy. I have my eye on a pair of shorts that cost $185.
I mean, you need the money for soccer.
thank
I
you.
know, but
That's crazy. Crazy.
I
Are these
know it's
are the
crazy.
conversations I need to look forward to as an adult. I mean, look, I'm 42. I'm an adult. But one day I'm going to sit down with Jill and I'm going to say, should I buy these shorts? And she's going to say, no, our kids need it for soccer.
pretty much.
$185.
$185,
You
but-
could buy 8 pairs of shorts.
Are we going to be seeing them now?
No, because they're just regular. They're just canvas shorts. But I'm so intrigued because of the price. Because they have to be nice.
Every
They have to
day.
No,
be-
that's Instagram. Did you find them on Instagram? Did you say that?
Yeah.
Every day
That's
he
the problem.
longingly looks at them on his
Not
computer.
every day, but
Like,
but I did notice. I just clicked the link now, and it's actually gone down to 158. So
my God.
does that sweeten the deal?
No, that's bananas.
We can find you a pair of canvas shorts for a reasonable price.
I know, but they never fit right, and I don't know.
Why do you think these ones will fit you right? Because they're more expensive?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
No.
Because
this is
they're
just Instagram products. They're way more expensive than they should be.
But this is not this is an actual place. Like, I've heard of this place. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to run it by you. It's not that crazy. It's crazy, but it's just like,
I've never even bought a pair of suit pants
Yeah.
that were $185. I've never bought
Yeah.
a pair of jeans that were $185.
I don't think I bought a pair of pants over $100 ever.
And
have
that's
I?
twice the fabric.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, guys. I'm just like, maybe I'm flattered. I'm flattered that Instagram thinks that I can afford $158 shorts or $185 shorts.
He can't Instagram.
I
Stop.
can't. Send me some Old Navy ads, I guess. Or something.
Canvas hard to fold up small in a suitcase, so you probably have to check your bag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
What about you, Rachel? Anything exciting going on in your world this week?
Well, Jackson's going to have to skip a swim meet or two because of this trip, and Jason's been doing a fabulous job volunteering at the swim meet.
Yeah, you fucked me, by the way. Yeah, Matt, listen to this.
Okay.
I did not.
She's like, oh, this is going to be great. We joined this swim club, and oh, Jackson wants to join. He showed a little bit of an interest in the swim club or swim team or whatever. So let's sign him up for it. I'm like, all right, fine. And I've been warned from parents, like,
What?
yeah, I have been. Like, they're like, whatever you do, don't let your kid get into swimming because it's the worst.
It's not. It's really not.
Wait, why? Why is it worse than others?
Because they would say, like, the swim meets last forever, like, and they do. Like, this thing was 5 hours long. He had 4 races, so there were 76 events and multiple heats per event, right? So, like,
oh my God.
It is definitely long.
Outdoors?
Yeah, it was outdoors, but it was in the evening, so it's bearable, like, in terms of heat. But anyways, so
they light the pool, but
yeah. Yeah, they do. They like the pool. Anyway, so Rachel's like, oh, you should volunteer for one of these positions.
Not you should. You are volunteering.
that's right. That's your voice, Rachel.
Okay.
That's what you sound like. Continue.
She said you're volunteering. He's joining the swim team, and you're volunteering for these swimming. I'm like, okay, God damn it. And there's a lot of jobs. Anyway, I volunteered to be a timer for half of it, the second half of the meet, right?
Okay. Probably the most pressure-filled job you could volunteer.
That's what I think too, but it's not rocket. It's a stopwatch, right?
Yeah, but how do you know? Like, the person touches the wall, you got to stop it, but like this is all done with sensors at a professional level.
I know.
There's no way you're getting it down to like tenths of a second.
You're actually,
and you could make a mistake.
You know what was worse?
You could ruin a child's life.
You're right. They were using a whistle. So I'm like, there's no way I'm getting to start the races. So toot, click, like that's
what these kids are too sensitive for starter pistols.
I don't know why they're not using a gun, to be honest.
That's the only place there should be guns.
I know. I agree. It's like in this country, you would think. But anyways, probably because if they fire a starter pistol in a neighborhood like that, there's choppers overhead going, what the hell's going on?
True.
Anyways, so I signed up for this. I'm like, fuck, fine. She signs up as well.
I've signed up to volunteer for every
Yeah, okay.
meet.
Listen to the job that she signed up for. Tell him.
I told you to sign up with me for it.
I said I would, and you said, don't do that.
No, I didn't.
Anyways.
You said you didn't want to. You're like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be a timer.
The job is ribbon labeler. That was what Rachel...
Ribbon labeler.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
even know. I mean, they're not running through a ribbon, right? Because it's
No. They give out the ribbons to, like, first place, second place, third place,
Oh,
whatever. Yeah.
Oh, well, they give them out to everyone these days, right?
Don't tell me about it.
That's a lot of ribbons you got to make.
Okay, but anyway, so we didn't know what she was going to be doing. Turned out nothing because she showed up. Her shift was from 7 to 9, which is in the middle of it. And they're like, oh, yeah, we don't actually do that the night of or anything. So we don't need you. So
7 to 9 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 7 to 9
So you tell me this went to 11 p.m.?
It went to 10. It went to 10.
I started
at 5:30. So anyways, but that day we got an email from the swim team saying, hey families, we still have a whole bunch of volunteer positions, so please, if anybody, please volunteer. And then Rachel's like, well, you got to sign up for another shift.
I didn't say you got to. You said, should I? And I said, hell yeah, you should.
Yeah, you should. You definitely should. And I'm like, okay, God damn it. So then I signed up.
Asked me.
And then this was the email. It said, we need 10 more volunteers to make our first home meet run smoothly. Don't be intimidated by deck manager volunteer job or any of the jobs. And I'm like, deck manager sounds very intimidating. Like, it sounds like you're kind of in charge of everything that's happening on the deck, right? So I'm like, okay, fine. So I'll do deck manager for the first half, and I'll be a timer for the second half. Fucking chaos, this job. It's like, literally, literally you show up and it's like, okay, what do I do? And they're like, okay, see all these kids over there? You got to get them all in line, and you got get them all in the lane that they're supposed to be in. And then the first events are relays, the youngest kids. So we're talking like 8 and under kids who are in a relay, and 2 of them have to stay up at this end of the pool, and 2 of them have to go to the other side of the pool because it's a relay for 25 meters or whatever. And it's not only that, the first and third swimmer has to stay here, and the second and fourth.
What about
I
the
can't
coach
explain
of
it to you now. How was I explaining it to a fucking crowd of
And who are
kids?
these children?
And I don't know any of these kids. Like, none of them.
Where's their coach? Shouldn't the coach be doing this
They're
part?
all over the place. Like, it's not, well, to be fair, it's
This
not
is
just
like
me.
when if 8-year-old kids had a Christmas pageant or something.
Yes.
And then the teacher was like, volunteer to direct, like to be the one that stands in the front and points at the kid. You don't know.
Right. Night
know
of,
who
like
these
the
people are.
performance. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So anyways, it all settled down, and it was fine, and I actually enjoyed it, and whatever.
You were fabulous. You are
but-
so adorable out
Rachel
there.
is so proud of you. Does he lead with a firm hand, or is he more kind-hearted than our listeners would
I
expect?
was being a little more. I was being like harsh, but in a what I thought was a fun way. I'd be like, Caden, lane 1, get going. Melissa, lane 2, get going. But they would be like, okay, cool, and then they would go. They would just go, right? So I don't know. But if some other parents may be like,
No, you were smiling the whole time. You looked.
yeah, I was joking around with them.
No,
It
you
was,
were awesome. And
I'm decent with kids, but god damn it, what a
Caden, don't drown. Get going, don't drown. Remember to breathe above the water.
Anyway, it was super cute, and Jackson did very well, but Rachel just sat there
they didn't need me.
enjoying.
Okay, I'm going to agree with you, JD. This sounds terrible. So how many more times are you going to have to do this?
Well, only the ones that Jackson's going to, so there's like 4 more.
So there's 2 more that we've volunteered for because the last one they don't have volunteers.
Is it
It's
only,
like huge.
Is it only 2? I thought
Well,
there was
because he's
way more.
missing 2 for this trip.
All
that's
right, you
right.
guys can work the calendar, the Google Calendar.
I am
one.
not
Fair.
doing that if my kid's not there.
But anyway.
Oh, and then Rachel.
Okay, I have like this big ego about something about myself, which is totally unwarranted. But I'm always like, man,
No, it's a cool skill.
But it's not. I don't even
Okay,
know if
say
it's
what
true.
the skill is.
Like, I'm really good with faces. Really good with faces. Or at least
Okay.
I tell myself that.
Okay.
Anyway, so I see this kid at the swim meet who Lincoln was friends with in grade 2. And he's a grown man now. And I'm like, wow, that's Jackson so-and-so
And hold
from
on.
grade 2.
But Lincoln was in grade 2, and then he left that school,
Yeah, and then he
and then
left-
we never saw him again. So
Right.
we're talking about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm like, yep, that's definitely the kid that you were friends with in grade 2, even though we haven't seen him since then. And so I'm like, I'm so good, I guess. And then it's Jackson's turn. Well, I think it's Jackson's turn to go do his lengths. So
It's called a race.
Sorry, his race. I was never a
He
swimmer.
is doing lengths, though.
So I go to the end of the pool, and I'm like, oh, there's Jackson. And I record the entire swim, and I'm so proud. I go through the motions, like, wow, he's never swam a race before. I'm so proud. I'm walking away. Jason's at the end of that part of the pool. He's timing them. He's like, where are you going? Jackson just started. I'm like, what?
She didn't even recognize her own son in the race. She didn't-
kid.
Wait, were they both named Jackson?
No, just a skinny white kid with a bathing cap and goggles
Oh.
on. The same.
Oh, that is hard,
same
bathing cap
outfit.
and goggles.
Yeah, and it was it was 25 meters away, so it was.
And then I turn around, and Jackson is like a monster. And I'm like, I was so proud before, but I'm even more proud now. But God, I thought I was better at recognizing faces. I can't even recognize my own kid. Okay.
It's tragic. And by the time he gets back from Europe, you won't even know who he is.
Like, what is
He
his
knocks at the
name
door. You're like, who? What is this? The Flight of the Navigator? Is that what happens in that movie?
again? Like, I really wonder, like, what is this bitch doing recording my kid? Why is she doing this?
Right.
I don't understand.
The people to you, they were
Yes.
saying. Yeah, like, say, get out of the way, lady, and my kid.
Well,
You're
I'm trying to
filming my kid.
Remember, who was it? Shit. In Canada, was it Rod Black? It was someone during the Olympics, or maybe it was a U.S. broadcaster that said, like, Phelps coming from behind, Phelps, or whatever, and it was a completely different swimmer.
Right.
Doesn't this sound familiar?
Yeah, vaguely. I don't think it
And
was
this is my plug. NBC is actually paying us to promote the Summer Olympics in Paris.
Wow.
That's my plug. Watch on Peacock. I think. Hope they said it's going to work
probably.
better than last time.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's
great.
nice.
Nice.
I had a friend that was like a very competitive swimmer when I was in grade school, and one time I was sleeping over at his house, and he had a meet on Saturday, so I slept over Friday. So then I went to the meet with him and his family. Even at that age, I was like, oh, this is disgusting. This is like the worst sport, because it was indoors. It was Montreal, cold. Staying in an indoor pool for like 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
Probably one of the worst places to stay.
Totally.
Soccer games are the best because you just bring your chair.
You're outdoors. It's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
I will say I like the swim parents more than the soccer parents.
Yeah, I get rabid at the soccer game.
Yeah.
It's weird.
They're way more critical. You especially.
Like, what is he doing? It's crazy.
Right. But
Well-
he's staying afloat in the pool. You're like, ooh, that's impressive.
And also, the kids can't hear you screaming probably when they're in the pool.
No.
So,
Absolutely not. But yeah.
all right, let's do some quick housekeeping.
Okay.
If you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/isthisgood. You'll get ad-free episodes. You'll get access to our thriving community Discord. You'll get an exclusive episode every month, and you'll get the satisfaction of knowing that Jackson's soccer is being partly subsidized by you.
Yeah. Plus, and these shorts I got my eye on.
And the canvas shorts. Because Daddy needs to look fly.
That's it.
And send topics for future shows to isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. I've said it before. I need some topics. I need some settle thises. Open up your life to me. Be vulnerable. Share.
Yes.
I don't need to read your full name.
Yeah. Put a pseudonym in
Yeah.
there.
Put a pseudonym. I don't care. I mean, of course, your email address will be there.
Right.
And I will
We
cross-reference it
will
and make
know
sure.
who you are, but we won't.
Okay, start a dummy email.
Yeah,
address.
you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Dummyemail69@gmail.com. You think that's taken?
Probably not. It sounds very
Fake
original.
email for weird sex stuff 420@gmail.com. Yeah, so send me topics for future shows to isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. And of course, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, where you could have seen things last week like JD trying on a bunch of hats.
Yeah.
And I posted those hats on Instagram. People love seeing you in a hat.
I know, and I decided not to wear a hat today because I got a new haircut.
Yeah, you look like an extra in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Is
I was
that a
gonna say-
compliment?
Workwear shirt, big beard, slick
Yeah.
back hair.
Yeah, I guess.
It's your Sunday best.
Yeah,
You do need $185 shorts, and that's your Sunday best.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Rachel, because on the Trey Show, there was a segment where we did poetry. Is this good? We talked about poetry for a bit, and I was worried we wouldn't have much to say about poetry because I don't think any of us are scholars of the field. So I created this sort of trivia game where I would read them 3 poems, and 2 of the poems were William Carlos Williams poems, and then one of them was just a poem I wrote in the style of William Carlos Williams.
I liked it a lot.
And they guessed the wrong one, which means I am a very good poet.
I think
So-
you got something.
I wanted to ask you, you know what, I'm going to be 100% honest too, and I should have, it's not like I was trying to hide this, I just didn't say it at the time. I used artificial intelligence to help me with that.
Oh, okay. Aw,
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. I said, write me a poem in the style of this,
Yes.
and it did, and then basically I took that and then edited it, changed it. But at least I started from somewhere.
Okay. When you sent that little picture with it, I felt very
Yeah.
Shel Silverstein, Sans comedy, but
Yes. Oh,
Sean's
don't you think the comedy was
entertainment.
in making them look like fools?
well, oh, I don't mean that. I mean when you sent that picture to the group chat, which
Yes.
I still. So tell me you did a little bit of that because I was like, man, I think Matt's a really good poet, maybe.
No, because it doesn't mean anything.
mean
It's
anything.
like
But it
all smoke and mirrors. It's not good. It's not a good poem. It's not saying
No, but
anything.
it was. I don't know. I liked it.
It brought you to tears. I understand.
Yeah.
But my question is for you. Did you write bad poetry when you were a teen, adolescent, trying to get your feelings out? You got the Trapper Keeper open. Because I mean, I certainly did, and I looked. I thought I might have some like old notebooks and stuff from when I was a kid, because I saved so much shit and I couldn't find any here. But I was gonna try to read you like a shitty old poem that I wrote.
No, the arts weren't really a big thing at our school. It was sports and science. So
No, but not for school. Like to get your feelings out, like
No.
emo, teenage shit.
No, I didn't really. No, I wasn't a writer in school. No, I mean I did painting and such on my own, but no.
Okay, moving on, JD.
Sorry, shit.
You're asking me if I did poetry?
Yeah, poetry?
No, of course not.
Do you have?
Why?
Why? What do you mean, why?
Why? What? I thought honestly. Okay, another. Now I feel like an idiot. I kind of thought everyone does this.
Did you bring it to the table? What do you got? I'd like to see some of your real stuff.
No, I just told you I couldn't find some. I'll tell you this. Like, I wrote a poem. They were so embarrassing because they were so serious, not just in like overwrought about love or unrequited love. Really, is what it would have been, but they were just about subject matter that I knew nothing about, and was like, for instance, I wrote a poem about like a suicide bomber.
Oh.
And this was in like 1995, so I was really ahead of my time.
Yeah.
And why?
Yeah.
No, you're trying.
Why was I writing from the perspective of the bomber?
Wow.
Just before he.
Because you
pulls the
weren't
cord.
getting enough ass, maybe.
Oh, so you're saying what? I was like a school shooter?
Wow.
Oh, is that what compels every school shooter? They don't. Get
I wasn't
enough.
saying I wanted to do it. I was telling it from the point of view of a suicide bomber.
I know. I'm saying maybe if you had been out and about a little more, you would have had less time to dump all these feelings into a notebook.
Yeah. No.
What was the suicide bombers like? What do you mean? Like right up to the moment where they hit the trigger or something? Like
yeah, it was all about how he's like he gets on the bus.
Oh.
He's trying to like act normally.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like these people think that I'm normal, but I'm not. I mean, as I'm describing it, I would like to check myself into a wellness facility.
Better help, folks.
If somebody wrote a poem like that today, they would be.
Yeah, they would be.
They would
you
be.
Can't.
You'd be
And by the way, I was the kindest, gentlest little boy. So it sucks that we can't express the dirty, disgusting parts of our brain without being branded as someone that's going to threaten other kids' safety.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can. You just don't let anybody see it. Really.
No, I wrote this for school, to be clear.
Right.
This is
okay.
I'm
It was
not
an
joking.
assignment.
This was every year we had to write a poem.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the poetry I'm talking about is like literally me scrawling in my bed. Usually about like, no one thinks much of me.
Well, are you talking poetry or journals? Because
hold on,
this
hold on.
sounds
No,
like.
I'm talking poetry.
Okay.
Rhyme.
But still, it's
because
like cathartic.
I also thought I would be a songwriter.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even worse than this, I wrote. I'm trying to remember. Basically, there was this girl who I had a big crush on in high school. I think this was 11th grade, and she kind of fucked me, not in the way that I would have wanted to. In that she was like, yeah, like this is gonna happen, and then basically like stood me up, and then was like, we're never gonna be a thing.
Right.
And I wrote a song about it when I went home, and then I decided to record it
Yeah.
and give it to her.
Oh, how did that go down?
I think she felt appropriately.
Cringe.
So hold on.
I think it was meaningful at the time. I mean, it's hard to go back and think about this, but like if you're 17 and someone writes a song about how you wounded them and their heart is bleeding on the floor, I think it is.
But how did you deliver it to her? Like on a CD, a burned CD?
No, tapes. We're talking tapes.
Oh, okay. So 4-track?
Mixtape, one song.
Yeah, but what was it? You and a guitar, live off the floor?
Yeah.
There were
Live off the
no
floor.
multi-tracking.
Live off the
You're just
Wait, how old were you?
It was probably 16.
Oh, you know what? I bet anything you wrote was moving, because you have such heart. You would have poured into it, even if it was just teen stuff. I bet it was still good.
Do you think she listened to it?
But you're kind of making me think, like, did she play it for her friends and they were all laughing because
It's
like they
very
didn't have
possible.
the internet really, and it was
Very
like
possible.
to them it was like the Jerky Boys or something.
Yeah.
Oh no. No.
I mean, I definitely remember the opening verse, but I thought about it in my head. Like, do I remember just now? And I honestly think that if I say it, people will turn the podcast off because this is so embarrassing.
I mean, I will climb under this table if you.
I know. I know. I'm doing it for you, JD.
Well, yeah.
Maybe Patreon. Maybe it's a Patreon. I'll try to rewrite the
Oh
song.
God.
It's a cold night in December. That's how it started.
Oh.
No, sorry, September.
like
It's a
Counting
cold
Crows.
Cold night in September.
A cold night in September.
Well, you're-
It gets cold in Montreal in
I
September.
know. Just gonna say.
Maybe it was December. Maybe it was November. A lot of months end that way.
Yeah.
That's
It definitely wasn't. It's a cold night in October.
Right.
It's a cold night in December,
Yeah.
and I'm waiting for her call.
That could be anyone. Don't be so hard on yourself. Honestly,
No,
that's
you didn't let me
fucking-
finish.
Oh,
No,
it's coming. It's coming.
No. The opening stanza was, it's a cold night in December or September. It's a cold night in December, and I'm waiting for her call, but she sounds a little nervous. It don't sound like her at all. You know, because she was calling to tell me that
this.
Don't sound like we gonna ball. No, I just ruined that phrase. Sorry.
Anyways, I really thought you would, especially as a young girl, have like all these emotions that you would have put into poetry. But
I think I worked it
disappointing.
out through sports. And
what did you do? You didn't scrawl. Did you scrawl like RS plus?
Oh, so much
whoever-
drama. So much drama.
Yeah,
all
but
the
that's
time.
not writing poetry.
No, I didn't.
That's-
I should have put it out in another outlet besides just constant girl fights, like not fights, but like drama with friends. Mm-hmm. No.
Well, you lived in a small town. You had to fight for what was yours.
That's right.
Kill what you eat. Fuck me. I'm just realizing. Did I send you a picture of something?
Nope.
I didn't, huh?
Ooh.
You can send it to me now. Well,
Yeah. You kind of need to see it, though.
if you send it to me, I will see it.
Good point. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pull it up right now. So what you're seeing is a man
Yes.
on the left side with a massive amount of meat in front of him, and okay, we'll get to the right side in a second, but it's one of these classic like food challenges. When you walk into a place, they're like 90-ounce tomahawk steak, whatever. If you can eat it in an hour, you get it free. All right.
Yeah.
So this place is called Cattleman's Steakhouse. It's in the UK. It's famous for, they have like more than one eating challenge, and this one's called the Mega Mixed Grill Challenge.
Okay.
So this challenge requires you to finish a massive plate of food, right? If you
looks
can't be bothered to go to YouTube, that is a massive plate of
Yeah.
food, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
And what I like about this one is you have 60 minutes, and not only, so you get it free if you win
Yeah.
by finishing it all,
Yeah.
but if you don't win, you have to pay them an extra 50 pounds.
On top of the price of the.
Yeah, a penalty, because they're like, you're wasting fucking food, and
Yeah.
we go through a lot of trouble to make all this shit, so
That's
there's
fair.
a penalty if you don't finish it.
Sure.
So this guy was confident. It's a 20-ounce rump steak, 12 ounces of gammon. What's gammon?
Don't know.
Should have looked that up. Gammon.
Sounds like it would be pork.
Do you think that's front or back? Front or back gammon? Front gammon or back gammon? See what I'm saying? 20 ounces of rump steak, 12 ounces of gammon, 4 sausages, 3 chicken wings, a chicken breast, and a 6-ounce cheeseburger. And as you could see, a bunch of fries and onion rings and shit.
Right.
So this guy has 5 minutes left on the clock. All he has left are the French fries, which they call chips, and onion rings left on his plate. And you could see in the next picture now, the plate is completely empty, save what? How many? Like 3-4
Yeah.
fries and an onion ring, right?
Yeah. Scrapings.
It says, with just a handful of chips and 3 onion rings left on his plate, he was left retching as he attempted to polish off the scraps. He finally accepted defeat with 3 minutes to go, posing with his nearly empty plate,
Wow.
right? So he posts this on the internet. The internet goes insane. Why do you think they went insane?
Because he had to pay?
Yeah, they were like, Cattleman's, you fucked this guy. He did your challenge. He got to the end. Give him refund him his money and give him the food for free.
Yeah.
And I say, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's a pretty black and white. Did you eat everything on the plate? I mean, now if there was like a a strand of shredded lettuce.
Sure.
You know,
A
that it was on his
sprig of
hand. He didn't
parsley.
notice it and
Yeah.
it fell. But there's fries and there's onion rings. That's part of the deal. And guess
right.
what? When you do these dumb challenges, they load you up on fries and onion rings. Sometimes they even make you drink like a soda or something because that fills up so much space. The bubbles from a drink or just the carbs and starch of a fry.
Right.
That's part of it. He didn't do it.
And also,
What are you
why?
so upset about?
Why is he doing it? Gross.
Well, it's a challenge.
To prove he's a man, Rachel.
Ugh.
You write your silly little poetry. We eat meat.
Yeah. In a allotted amount of time. With the sides.
But what I love the most is so I see all these tweet replies, and they're like, "Oh my God, let him off the hook. He basically ate it all." And someone's like, "I can't believe you're screwing him for a couple chips and an onion ring."
He didn't have to do it.
Well,
Jesus.
the restaurant replied to these people, and they just literally wrote back, "I'm sorry, we can't move the goalposts." Like they're taking it so seriously.
Exactly
Yeah,
right.
of
They're
course.
right.
Cattlemen's, you are 100% right. You cannot move the goalposts.
No.
Because
And as
because
soon
that
as they
next guy that comes along and he
You're
finishes
right.
everything, then that's the guy that wins. That's the
Or
challenge.
never mind that, but what if they show their weakness? If they let this guy win and they give into public pressure, suddenly more people are coming in and they're like, all right, so if I finish most of it, if I eat all the
Exactly.
meat, you know,
Yeah.
and now where are you? You're making so much gammon.
Confirmed, by the way, it is the leg of the pig, and it's the hind leg, so it is the backgammon.
I love
Oh, that's where the name comes from. Just so, Rachel, JD, anything you needed to say before we go?
I think we hit everything on let me see. My shorts. I hate soccer parents. Swimming.
That was-
I hate swimming parents.
The carry-on hack is over. I got one more thing. It's been in my notes for a few weeks now.
Okay, I have one thing in my notes too, so I'll just throw that out too after yours.
Okay. I kind of got roasted. I was at a family barbecue a couple of weeks ago, and I had on my plate. Now I don't want to get judged for this, but I had a hot dog and a hamburger on my plate, which I
Nothing wrong
intended
with that.
to eat both of them. Okay.
You have a green card. You're a red-blooded American.
Exactly right. Thank you very much. It is a free country. I was consuming the hamburger and hot dog basically at the same time. So I would take a bite of the hamburger,
Okay.
I would enjoy that, and then I would put it back on my plate, and then I took a bite of my hot dog.
But not double fisting.
Not double fisting. Yeah. And then I would take some of my potato salad and some of my kale salad or whatever I had with it. Oh, who am I kidding? There was no kale salad on
There was a
that.
very nice salad that I made. Thank you very much.
Yeah, oh, I did have some of that. But anyways, our friend Derek was like, "What are you doing, man? What are you doing?"
I did not see this.
I'm like, "I'm what?" And he's like, "You eat one and then you eat the other." And then he got into this whole thing. If I have and I'm like, well, what if I had a steak dinner? Like I would have some of my steak and some of the potato or sides or whatever.
Right.
I would consume it so that the meal disappeared all at the same time, basically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. I understand.
Because
you
that's
don't
how
eat
you
just
eat,
the steak,
right?
then just eat the mashed potatoes, and then just eat the peas.
Right. A child does that because they start with what they dislike the most first, or they start with what they
Right.
do like the most first, and then they work their way through. But no, I'm an adult person, and I want to savor one and savor the other at the same time
But
and make them both last.
What was the reasoning? There's just
He
that's
just thought
how
it
it's
was
done?
insane that I was not eating like the hot dog, like, and then the hamburger, like, just let
This
me
is
eat.
perfectly fine. There's no controversy
Okay,
here.
thank you. I just want to.
Everyone leave this man alone, okay?
I just
Can't afford shorts. And those are only half pants. Imagine when it comes to buying pants,
Right?
what he has to go through.
right.
All right, well, this will just be one sentence.
Okay.
If you, as the restaurant, screw up someone's order, but then bring it to the table, and then it's like, oh, that's screwed up, give it to the people.
Yeah.
Give it to the people. Don't take it back away.
No.
Now, we were at a bar. There was a flauta stand outside. You know what a
what?
flauta is?
I've heard the name.
This is like kind of like a taquito, but bigger.
Okay,
So
yeah,
it's like a Mexican food, but it's rolled with a filling, and then they deep fry that roll with the filling inside, and then
Right.
they top it with like a crema
Sure.
and maybe an avocado,
Yeah.
whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I made one order for myself, one order for someone else. The other person said no dairy, and there's cheese and sour cream on this thing for sure.
Okay.
So I said, I don't know if you can do this, but could you do one dairy free? To my surprise, they said yes. I kind of expected them to be like, sir, this is a food truck, like whatever, go fuck yourself. So I'm waiting for them, and then I see them make mine, and then I see them make another, and they put the cheese and everything. But I guess I was like, maybe that's someone else's. So then as she's literally handing me, she goes, oh, I knew it. Oh, God, I said to myself 10 times, don't put dairy on this one.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. She's like, I'll remake them.
Right.
Take both. And then she's like, rips the other one out of my hand.
She takes yours?
I'm like,
that's perfectly fine.
No, like she
Takes
takes
the
the other one out of my hand. Like Jetson style, like, right? He
Yeah,
gives
yeah.
her the money. She grabs his wallet. Is that what happens? You know, in the intro?
Yeah, something like
There's
that.
like a great sight gag. Anyway, what's the point of taking it back?
Maybe-
no one's eating it.
well-
You're going to throw it out. Just give it to me.
They're not going to throw it out. If it hasn't been touched, someone in the back will eat it.
There's no one in the back. It's a
food truck.
I could see everyone that's there. It's in fact not even a food truck. It's
But
like
okay.
a stall.
But
Like they've
did-
set up a stall on the sidewalk.
Did you see her throw it out?
Yeah, did you see that?
No.
So then
She probably ate it.
She probably
She's not going to waste her own, throw her money in
This
the
was
garbage.
probably like 9 at night. The stand had been open since 5.
I would
She,
have...
she has access to all the flautas she wants.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to throw
Chicken
it
filling,
out.
chorizo filling, potato and beans.
Is she the owner?
She has them all.
Is she the owner?
I don't
of
think
the
she's
store?
waiting for her to fuck till she fucks one up to eat.
No, but she doesn't want to waste it. She'll take it home if no one's touched it.
But that's what I'm saying. If she wants to take 2 home, throw a couple extra in the fryer before you close up. Give those to me. I'm patronizing. I'm tipping.
That's true. I mean,
I should have them.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would have eaten them or given them to someone else at the bar that wanted them. But
Yeah.
just if you fuck up the food, give it to us. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I'm with you. I think it's a kind of a case by case, though. If she's throwing it away, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, but I'm saying like if it's a restaurant and they bring you your steak and it's underdone,
Right.
then obviously don't leave it. They can remake the same thing.
Right.
But if it's like, oh, this person has maybe like not an anaphylactic allergy to nuts, let's say, but like they have a sensitivity to it.
Yeah.
And you bring something with nuts to the table.
Yeah.
Just leave it there. Let us eat it.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that
Why?
one either. There's a sensitivity to nuts. They want to move it immediately.
It's my friend that is sensitive. The
true.
friend's like, look, it's not like if I
true.
smell the nuts, I'm going to die. If I eat the nuts, it'll be bad. I'll say,
Yeah.
can I eat these nuts? They'll say, eat these nuts.
Some people, if you're in the vicinity, they start to close
That's
out.
why I specified not an anaphylactic like serious reaction. Fine, another example. Let's just say you're not in the
is
mood
crazy.
for spicy. All right? You say don't make it spicy.
Right.
They bring it to you and they're like, "Oh fuck, we forgot. We put a ton of chilies on it."
Yeah.
Leave it for me.
Why?
No, because then that's going to
You
be their
already said you
meal.
didn't
That
want
could
it.
be their meal and they don't have to pay for it. They're not going to waste it.
Their assumption as well is that this is not going to get consumed by this guy
Yeah.
who doesn't want it spicy.
He doesn't want it on
Not
the
by
table.
that guy
You have to
that
speak
didn't
up.
want it spicy. There's other guys here.
Just say, I want trash
No, you
food.
ask.
I'll
Don't make
eat
me
the
seem like a
trash
glutton.
food.
Ask me. Do you want? Oh, sorry. Well, we made it anyways. Do you want it?
But you don't want it because you didn't want it to begin with. You didn't
What about
want
when they bring you a thing and they put it down on the table and then you all look at each other as they're walking off? Like, did we order this? And you go, no. And you go, sir. Oh, we didn't order this. Say, oh, you can have it.
Why do you want free food?
Now, if they accidentally delivered it to our table and they meant to deliver it to someone else, fine. Just take it and give it to the other table. But if it's like you literally made it for us, let us eat it.
But you've never worked in a
you
restaurant,
don't
clearly,
understand.
because that food goes back and everybody can eat it in the back who's starving and has been working for 6 hours and they don't want to pay for the staff meal. Like, that's what they do.
And not only that, you don't know who they're dealing with back there, right? Because you come back and you say, oh, I just put those chili nachos. I gave it to the wrong table. So I need another one over there.
No,
I
bring
need
it
where
back.
it's
Show
supposed
me
to
what's
go.
wrong with it.
And then the sous chef or whoever is the expediter is like, okay, well, where are the nachos? Because they're supposed to go to. Let's use those ones.
But that's okay. That's fine. I just said take that to the table that ordered it. But what if you just like fire a chili nachos? Mm-hmm. You bring it to me.
Yeah.
Because I said I'll have chili con carne,
Yeah.
and then the guy heard chili nachos,
Right.
and now there's chili nachos on my table.
I mean, in that
Again,
case,
I'm going to say this again. I'm going to make a plea from my mouth to God's ears. Let us eat it.
I mean, sure. But also, let the staff eat it.
Yeah.
In a big restaurant, I'd say put it in the bus
Feed your staff.
station.
That's what happens.
Don't they have like a family meal?
No,
No, not always. It's not everything is the goddamn bear.
No, like most times it's
Not everything is the
yeah,
goddamn
exactly.
bear.
It's like, okay, 50% off your staff meal. Oh, I don't have to pay for a staff meal at all because this was not used. Oh, I'd rather do that.
Totally.
I don't make
Okay.
any money anyway here.
Okay, well, I don't come onto this podcast to be ridiculed and be disagreed with in this manner.
Agree with
All I'm
me
saying
always.
is a rallying cry that's sweeping across the nation.
By
Let us eat
one
it.
man.
Let us eat it.
Oh
Just let us eat it. It's in our hands.
Yeah.
It's food. We're hungry. Let us eat it.
You planned on paying for your dinner anyway. If you're
I'm
really
going to
that
pay for it anyways. I'm going to tip you anyways. In fact, oh no, the tip's not going to be more because you're not going to charge me for that.
Right. If anything, they
Let
should
us
take
eat it
off.
in brackets and don't charge us for it.
that is crazy.
I don't.
All right, fine.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Fine. You're not on board with the let us eat it movement? Fine. That's fine. Don't be. Get left behind. The fucking train's leaving the station. You're not there.
Okay.
You're on the platform.
I thought you were going to finally give in. Nope. You're just like,
No.
no.
We're
All right,
just
well,
not
before
on
we go, just let me say Fall Guy is really bad. I
Oh.
don't care. It has 81% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't care.
81. Oh.
Because this is a action romantic comedy, right?
Okay.
A genre I love.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
Princess Bride, Romancing the Stone. Fine. Those are classics. But Spy with Melissa McCarthy is fairly recent. It's a good movie.
Okay.
Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum came
Haven't
out
seen it.
during the pandemic. It's a perfectly fine, good movie.
Okay.
Fall Guy is not good. That might be why people didn't go to see it. Because the people went to see it and they didn't tell their friends, oh, this is a great movie. All I wanted was a fun, popcorn movie, turn my brain off,
Yeah.
Sunday night. It's a chore. It is not funny. And don't tell me, hey, how it can't be that bad. Just see the chemistry between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. No, they don't have chemistry. They're not together for most of the movie. I don't even mean they're not together in a relationship sense. Like,
They're just
'cause
not in the
it's a
scenes
romantic
together.
comedy, so they're obviously apart. They're on the phone with each other for way too many scenes. He's on the phone so fucking much, and they keep them apart. Like in Romancing the Stone or Lost City, it's a two-hander, right?
Yeah.
You put these like mixed matched couple together. Will they fall in love? But they're doing the action parts together.
Right.
That does not happen in this movie.
Huh. Interesting.
It's not good. The attempting at comedy, it's just like nodding at comedy, you know what I mean? But there's no hard jokes in it.
Right.
And it's all that like rat-tat-tat dialogue where they're all kind of talking over each other.
Yeah.
Gosling's good. I'm not going to say anything bad about Gosling.
What about Blunt? I love Blunt.
I don't think I love Blunt anymore.
Wow, you just turned you off Blunt?
I just smoked that blunt.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. All right. Well, join us Monday
Okay.
for a new episode of Is This Good, where we'll be talking to Matt. Stan, you say? No, Matt O'Brien.
And Osten as well.
And Matt O'Sten. I will be there. A very, very funny comedian. And we're very excited to have him on. Very charming fella. Canadian? Did I say that?
He's Canadian. I used one of his videos for a cold open back in October for No Ducks.
Oh, are you going to tell him that?
No, I don't think I will.
Okay, perfect. So join us Monday for that. Email us at isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. Subscribe everywhere. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. This was JD, Matt, and Rachel reaching out from the great beyond to say, let us eat it.